How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Stand Focused for Jesus. Hope each and every one of you are having a blessed day in the Lord Jesus Christ. We outside with it today. It's a nice, beautiful day. The sun is out. It's not too hot, not too cold. It is a clear day with a nice little breeze. And so decided to sit out here and just chop it up with you for a little bit. I had some people ask me what I thought about the whole real estate market right now, the economy as a whole, what's going on with car prices and everything. And I want to break it down to you a little bit, give you my thoughts, my opinions on it, and also give you the Word of God, because the Word of God already tells you. Now, there are certain things that are going to happen in the future that we already know about. We already know these things are going to happen. But until then, we must occupy till He comes. Let me ask you a question. When, somebody calling me, decline that. When the whole pandemic situation happened and it was at its peak, did the corporations make less money or did they make more money? Did they make less money or made more money? They made a killing. Did the car industry, did they make less money or more money? They made more money. And yeah, you can talk about chip shortage and all this other stuff, but when you really know what's going on, you really know what's going on. Those that did real estate and do real estate, whether they were building or flipping homes and stuff like that, did they make more money during this time period or did they make less money? If they knew what they were doing, they made more money. So the rich, they got richer because they knew how to invest the money and where to invest the money. While, as we say, the poor got poor because we didn't have any money to invest in the first place. What does that tell us? When they are talking about a recession and inflation and this and that, yes, it affects the rich to a certain point, but they're mostly applying that mostly applies to the general public. Those who are not investors, those that you would call your everyday workers and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that because we need that in society. We need our everyday workers in every part of life. Everybody is not a business owner. Everybody isn't going to be a business owner. Everybody doesn't have the mindset or the fortitude or whatever you want to call it to run a business. Somebody got to work at the hospital. Somebody got to take the trash, run the trash trucks and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is when you disrespect these different people that are more in positions of servitude, because these are more service positions. That's where the issue comes in at. When you disrespect them for the job they do, when you need them because you know you don't want to get on the back of no trash truck. So respect the trash man, or even if there's a woman back there, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for what you do. Y'all doing a good job. Because that trash, they're going to pick that trash up. Yeah, you're going to be doing some crying then. But I am not a real estate expert. I'm not. But I am what I call myself a common sense expert. As we say, common sense is not always common. I am not only a common sense expert, but I try to be an expert in many different areas and know different things because that's just me. For the everyday average person, we talk about common. We're going to break it down into common language and common understanding. Everything is high. What do I think about the real estate market? What do I think about the car market? Especially, I was asked about what do I think about the real estate market? Well, for one, the rich got richer during this time period. And two, people are acting like that the society and the economy is just going to completely stop. We had a taste of it, but it didn't completely stop with the whole pandemic thing. And after it was said and done, what happened? People went back to their merry lives and doing what they were doing before. That was the issue. They couldn't get to what they were already doing. And yet money was still being moved, money was still being made. And they made a killing. While those that didn't have money, they didn't. So that tells me something. It tells me the old saying of follow the money. If they're still making money, yet they're portraying it and pushing it like ain't no money out there to be had. Oh my God, the interest rates and this and that. They still have to loan money out, y'all. Banks don't make money off of houses. Excuse me. Banks don't make money off of cars. Now let me explain what I'm talking about right here. Banks make money off of lending money. Yes, you got a loan to get that car. You got a loan to get that house. You're paying interest. That's where they make money. If banks are not lending money, then they ain't making no money. So they want to lend money. They first and foremost, they want to lend money to businesses because they know businesses run the world pretty much. But banks lend money. They make money off of money. So the interest rates may be higher, which they are, but money is still being moved. Pretty simple, right? We're going to keep it common. We're going to keep it simple. We're not going to overcomplicate this. Money is still being moved. If money is still being moved and you want to make money, that means you got to find out where's the money being moved. How are they moving the money? How are they still making their money and then making more money during a time period like this? And when you study these different peaks and valleys, ups and downs, it's always like that. The rich, they look forward to time periods like this. Why? Because they're going to be able to buy up a lot of stuff, pennies on the dollar. They're going to be able to buy up stocks, pennies on the dollar. They're going to be able to buy up homes and houses and stuff like that, pennies on the dollar. The government pretty much protected them, and they lowered the interest rates right before all this happened, which allowed them to buy more properties or take the equity or refinance their homes they already had to go and get more properties. And then the interest rate went up. But y'all didn't catch that though, did you? They said, hey, this is the time period for you to go ahead and spend your money. Go ahead and get your cars, your toys, or all this other stuff, or whatever you perceive as having value. Sit on it. It's going to increase in value. And then you can turn around and sell it in a few years and make a killing. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. The interest rates had dropped. It was pretty good right before they rose them up and everything happened. Now look at the prices of homes now. We obviously have a affordability issue, which we've always had, but it's worse. It's worse, and it's worse because of greed. Is it going to stop though? People are still buying houses. The interest rates are just higher. Yeah, they may go down, they may go up, but money is still being moved. You have to position yourself, rather you run a business or rather you work a regular job, to be recession proof, pretty much. I mean, you can't avoid everything, but there are certain things you can do by making better decisions. So when these different things happen, you can ride that wave that's going down and come back on the come up. That is the position that each and every one of us have to get into. Because if not, then you're going to be tossed to and fro. And to get to that position, that comes with knowledge. It comes with wisdom. It comes with understanding and applying all these different things. Last time I checked, people still wiping their butt. People still buying groceries, even though groceries have been at an all-time high. People are still paying for utilities, even though all the different things are at a all-time high. It's not like the whole country just said, you know what, we ain't paying nothing. Now that would be beautiful, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Therefore, They are still making money because they found a need that people need, or they have made a need, and now they're making money off of it. And there's really nothing that you can do about it to stop them except make the situation better for yourself by beating them by beating them at their own game in your own life. You see, right now they control your life because you are one check away from getting your lights turned off or whatever. They control your life in that aspect. What does that tell you? It tells you that you need to do something different. I'm not telling you to go out and chase money. I'm not telling you to go out and do all this. I'm telling you to make wiser decisions with the time that you have, and to make wiser decisions with the money that you have been given and the money that you're making. Y'all got no taxes? Come on, man. Come on, man. That's a come up right there if you know what you're doing. And yet our people do not have that mindset. Yet we continue to cry about what we are owed. Why in the hell would they give y'all reparations when y'all niggas can't even be responsible with a couple $1,000s from your taxes? Think about that. We're going to give them reparations. The number one consumers in the United States and probably in the world, reparations, so they can collapse the economy. If I know that, don't you think they know that? Because they give black folks reparations, the economy will collapse. Why? Because niggas ain't going to go to work. Niggas ain't going to go to work. I'm just being real. So let's use some common sense here, y'all. Instead of waiting for reparations, you be the reparation. I'm my own reparation. I'm going to take back what is owed to me and due to me. Because they can't, rather they give reparations, they don't give reparations. They can't stop nothing over here. Maybe they can stop something in your life, but they can't stop nothing over here. I'm going to get where God wants me to go. There's nothing they can do to stop me from getting through that door. Nothing at all. It may take me longer. I may break my leg along the way and be in the hospital, have to recover. I may break both my legs. They may break both of my legs, but I'm going to be healed. And if I get in that wheelchair, I'm going to wheel my way through the door. I'm going to wheel my way to the destination because I have the power of God that allows me to wheel myself to these different situations. And this is the mindset. This is the power that you have to come into. We was kings and queens. Well, if you look back at history, everybody wasn't ruling at the same time. Yes, you can be a king or a queen in your own right, in your own life. But it wasn't like that everybody was ruling all at the same time. They were fighting against each other for power and stuff like that. We have all these different opportunities. And most of us, all we do is sit around and complain. Yet we don't get anywhere. Oh, they ahead of us and this and that. But you ain't doing nothing about it. Oh, they keeping us down in this system. Man, bump the system. If you are who you say you are, then how can the system stop you? Yes, we know the system works against us. But at the end of the day, people love money more than they love the system. So if you're going to make them some money or help them make some money, or you know how to work the system in your favor to get some money, then a system cannot stop you. And once you get into that world and your eyes are opened up to this knowledge, to this wisdom, to this understanding, there's nothing they can do with you. This ain't about getting rich. This ain't about being wealthy. Because if you're not already rich and wealthy in your mind and in your heart and your soul and your spirit, then money ain't going to change nothing. It's just going to make what you already dealing with worse. This is about true freedom and not being told that we have to do things a certain way. We have to send our children to public school, but they send their children to private school. They send their children to whatever school they want to, or they homeschool their children. They tell us we have to. No, I don't have to. You have to eat this. Why they eating the best foods, the best fruits and everything? You got to get this type of sugar. when they getting the best sugar, they getting sugar out straight out the sugar cane. They getting it from the factory. Sent to their house. I want the best of the best stuff, right? This is what this is about. Oh, you have to have a mortgage for 30 years. Says who? No, I'm gonna go get this house. I'm gonna leverage this house. I'm gonna pay this mortgage off if I decide to get a mortgage in half of that. I'm gonna pay it off in 15, or maybe I pay it off in 10 years, just to prove a point. But they tell you, no, we're gonna do you a 25-year, 30-year mortgage. They even got them crazier than that, right? And then they banking on you not surviving or losing your job or something like that before you pay the mortgage off. They banking on you doing that. Why? Because they didn't make the interest off of you. Then they gonna foreclose on the house. They gonna turn around and sell it pennies on a dollar to an investor. The investor is gonna come and fix it up. He then or she then is gonna borrow money from the bank, same system, to rehab that house or fix and flip it or buy and hold. Or they're going to fix it up and then put it on the market for somebody else to come and get a mortgage for another 25, 30 years. That's just the cycle. That's just a cycle. So, what do I think about the real estate market? Houses up and down. Last time I checked, you still gotta wipe your butt. No matter if toilet paper was $5. Last time I checked, you still gotta eat. You still need somewhere to stay. You still got a family to raise and everything. They gotta lay their head down somewhere, which means that people still gotta buy houses or people still gotta rent. Doesn't matter if the economy slows down, people still gotta buy houses and people still gotta rent. That's not stopping. I don't care if rent was $2,000 average. People are still gonna pay for it. Now, of course, they will adjust and say, hey, we got to get money into these people's hands so they can pay for it. So they're going to do something or make it seem like they're doing something. But people still need somewhere to stay. They can't have the American population staying on the streets. Why? They need the people to go to work. What does the word tell us? And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. He's telling us the things that were going on in the days of Noah will also be going on in the last day before Christ comes. We know what was going on in the days of Noah. People were just wicked, DNA manipulation. We see all these different things, right? He says they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. He's not saying that you don't have the right to eat. He ain't saying that you don't have the right to drink or get married. He's saying that they were focused on everyday life like nothing was going to change, like there was no destruction coming. And he's telling you, just like in the days of Noah, what they were doing, the same thing would be going on in the end days before Christ comes. What's going on in the end days? They're still eating like ain't nothing changed. They still drinking like ain't nothing changed. They are still marrying and giving in marriage like nothing has changed until eventually the flood comes and God destroys this world. He's telling you that the world is still going to be going on like nothing is going to happen regardless, because they don't care. That means what? In regards to real estate, the car industry, they're still going to be manufacturing cars. People are still going to be building houses and stuff like that, rehabbing houses, which means there's still going to be money flowing because that's what they focused on. Until something catastrophic happens that collapses the whole thing, and that's when they bring in a new world order. And then even when they bring in a new world order, they still going to be doing the same thing. Now it continues on, it says, likewise also, as it was in the days of Lot, we have evil going on, because that was what was really going on in the days of Noah, and DNA manipulation. They was messing with everything. Then he mentions the days of Lot. The reason he mentions the days of Lot is because he's telling us not only will the people's hearts be on evil continually, but there will be sin, sexual sin that you ain't never heard of. Because that's what was going on in the days of Lot. Lot's days was marked by the sexual immorality and the different things that was going on, which is a big reason why you have the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Again, it says, likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did what? Eat, they drank, they bought, trading, stuff like that, buying and selling. They sold, they planted, they what? They builded. He's saying likewise. He said just like it was in the days of Noah, nothing changed for them. Noah warned them, but they kept on going on like everything was normal. He's not telling us that we're not allowed to eat food, obviously. He's not telling us that we're not allowed to drink or buy or sell or plant or build. He's saying that even though we still do these things, we know what's coming. We know what's going to happen. So we're not so blinded by the world and the beauty of the world and the different things you can do in the world that we forget while we're here and what we're supposed to be doing. So again, he's saying that society in the world is going to continue going on. There could be an earthquake that kills 1 million people. They'll throw a memorial and everything. They're going to make money off of that. They're going to build a big old, monument or whatever. And then the world, they're going to keep on going back to it and build even more. How we know? They did it with 9/11. Every single event. Now it's a big event that they make money off of. The 9/11 thing ain't really got nothing to do with what y'all think it got to do with. It got to do with making money, more money or whatever. But, I don't know what I'm talking about. So, this is what's going to be going on. So, my thoughts about let me see some. Okay. Yeah, my thoughts about real estate and stuff like that, when they talk about interest rates, I ain't studying it. Interest rate could be 10%. People still gonna buy houses. They can be 15%. I doubt it gets that high. But it could. If it gets to 15%, then hey, it is what it is. That's a Great Depression in my eyes, in my mind. But even during that time period, people still made money. People still made money because they had the knowledge, they had the wisdom, they had the understanding. It's not always about making money. It's a lot of times about how to maneuver through different situations. Yes, money can help you to maneuver through different situations, but you have to have the maneuverability regardless if you have the money. The money is just a bonus to help you. Nothing is going to change in the minds of most people. They're going to continue to buy, sell, trade, these different things. Events, catastrophic events, happen all around the world every day. People die, and then they get right back to it and build it and say we're going to build it even better. That's just the world. That's just the mindset of people. They don't care about the coming judgment. They care about right now what they can focus on because this is really all they have. Now we have the ability to foresee and understand both. We can maneuver and operate in this current world that we are living in, but also we have the insight to what's coming. And when you have insight, you move differently. It's no different than the people that made billions of dollars, the rich, the ultra wealthy. They foresaw what was coming because they had insider tips, and they was able to maneuver themselves to make a killing off of what happened. It is what it is. We can get mad at it all day if we want to. Or we can figure out how to apply it to ourselves and use it to our own advantage for our own people. Because they don't give a damn about us. For real, for real. They don't care. You can lose your job and lose everything. You can work for a company for 25 years and pay your mortgage for 25 years on time. You miss them payments, and guess what? They come to take that house. They come to take it, and they're going to sell it like you never lived there. You're gonna ride by and nobody gonna ever know you lived there before, except when a piece of paper saying that you used to own it, which you really didn't own it because you lost and they took it from you. Why do that? Why continue in that mindset instead of coming up with a different plan and saying, you know what we've been doing ain't working, man. It ain't working. We gotta do something different. We gotta do something different. We gotta understand what we are doing wrong, and that's what I did in my own life. I sat down and I figured out what am I doing wrong, or not necessarily what I'm doing wrong, because sometimes it's just not, you're not doing something. What can I do better? What am I missing? And to understand that you have to go through trials and tribulations. If you don't go through trials and tribulations, then how can you know what you want? I know that I don't want to work simply to give my money away every week to pay bills and die. I don't want that for myself. Maybe that's what you want for yourself, but me, that's not what I want. But for me, that's not living. That's a form of death. Matter of fact, it's a form of slow death. That's torture. Knowing that you working, you got to take that money and you don't want to give it to them. They going up on price and they don't give a damn about me. No, Christ said he came to set me free. He said he came to set you free. And you are free through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and applying it, which is why he said that our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Our people, we are destroyed by our lack of knowledge. Because from knowledge, you get wisdom. Wisdom is the application of knowledge, which leads to experience, and experience gives you understanding in different situations. And yet the pastors are not teaching the people these different things because they don't want you to succeed. They want you to continue to be a slave to them, relying on them completely. Yeah, respect your pastor if they are a true pastor, true man or a woman of God, regardless. But for the ones that are wicked, they can kick rocks and go to hell because they've taken advantage of the people for so long that it's just ridiculous. But at the same time, you get what you deserve. And if they want to be deceived, then God allows them to continue to be deceived, which is why they never get out that wicked system. Because most of the churches in the world, they're wicked. They don't represent God. And God told you that himself. But hey, we don't want to talk about that. We just want to blame God. When God sat there and told you that, hey, many are called but few are chosen. Most people that live and most people that profess my name, they're hypocrites. Many shall say in that day, Lord, Lord. Many shall say in that day. You see how he rhyming to you? It's like God's almost rapping to you. Many shall say in that. Many shall say in that day. Many shall say in that day. Y'all get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my thoughts on the real estate market. The rates can go up or down, but money is still being moved. Money is still being made, and that's the perspective that I look at it from. I want to be in a space where it don't matter what's going on. I'm doing my thing. It's affecting me to a certain extent, but it's not affecting me in the sense of like, oh my God, what am I going to do? When the interest rates are at an all-time 7% when it was 2 or 3%. But think about this, and I'm gonna let you go. How many people actually were getting rates at 2 or 3%? You got to have good credit. Therefore, the 2 or 3% going up to a 7 or 8%, it doesn't even apply to most black people. That's a different type of language. 2%, 3%, or 0.5% to 7%, that's a different type of language. For those who know, they're like, man, I was paying 3% on the money. That's pretty much free money. Now I got to pay 7%? Good Lord. You break the math down, yeah, it's a lot of money, but hey, it is what it is because the banks, they're going to get theirs. Only thing you can do is you be wise in how you move and how you operate and maneuver. You make your money at the beginning. You don't make your money at the end. You make your money when you buy. You don't make your money when you sell. That's with everything. With a car or a house, you make your money on the buy. If you buy right, then the sale is easy. Because the seller is eventually going to come and is going to sell for the right price because you bought at the right price. Business 101, y'all. But yeah, houses will still be sold, cars will still be sold because people still need to get to work. This is the mindset of people. They still need a place to stay. They still want things in life, so they're gonna pay for it. regardless. How about you see a problem and come up with a solution? I see a problem. People need more affordable homes. Most builders are not focused on affordable homes, which means there's a market for it. That means that you have to come up with a plan to be able to bring affordable houses to the market to make money. Because they tell you, oh, you ain't going to make a lot of money, this and that, this and that. Well, that means that I need to reduce my overhead so that my profit that I do make is worth that much more. If my overhead is here and then I'm making a big profit, but I got such a high overhead, my profit is really reduced. But if I can reduce my overhead and I'm producing, we're going to say cheaper, affordable homes, then my profit margin in regards to in my pocket or the company's pocket is greater, even though this other company is making more money than me. It's simple, y'all. It's simple. Stop making it complicated. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Y'all have a blessed one. I love you. I know y'all think I be hating on y'all. I do hate you. I hate when you do stupid stuff. I ain't gonna lie. When you keep on doing stupid stuff, I hate you. I hate that you keep on doing stupid stuff when you can do better. If I can do better, then why can't you? Because y'all saying I ain't nothing. But them 6 figures of equity, because y'all know y'all love numbers. Y'all love numbers, right? They love money. Them 6 figures of positive equity in this house, over 6 figures, and when we get done, it's going the value of this house is only going up. Those 6 figures of positive equity, when I don't owe a lot on this house, says otherwise. So I continue being a dumbass nigga that don't know nothing while I'm sitting on 6 figures. I'm talking about after closing, not we sell the house and then okay, I ain't got nothing but a couple thousand. No, I'm talking about after closing. When the property sells, whenever it sells, we have 6 figures of positive equity left over. And then own other pieces of land. So yeah, I keep on being that dumbass pastor that keep on posting stuff about Jesus. Because that's how y'all look at me. While behind the scenes, I'm making moves, acquiring, houses, acquiring pieces of land. Because I want the land. Give me the land that I can always come back and build on it. Give me the land that I can buy dirt cheap at a tax auction. I can clear it off if it needs to be cleared off. Put it in the market for $15,000, $20,000. An investor is going to come and pay and say, okay, we won't give you 25, we won't give you 20, we'll give you 15,000. I take it. So on a piece of land that I got for $1,000, I invested. Let's say it takes me $2,000 to clear it off with fees and everything. I'm in it for $4,000 or $5,000 and turn around and sell it for $15,000. Come on, man. So I will continue being that dumbass nigga that y'all play me to be while I enjoy building this real estate and doing these different things in business that I do. How about you? Enjoy your life.